Okay, Geshe just drove up. He'll be coming in just a moment. Alejandra, I'll get you going in just a second. Sorry.
In the Gold Prayer Book, please turn to page 34, and we'll chant Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times. Page 34. Te ata mone mone maha munaye soha. Te ata mone mone maha munaye soha. Te ata mone mone maha munaye soha. Now the verse of praise and mantra for Medicine Buddha. Bhagawan with equal compassion for all, whose name when merely heard dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispel of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis light. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate so. Te ata om bekanze bekanze Mahabekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Teyata om bekanze bekanze. Mahabekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Teyata om bekanze bekanze. Mahabekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Teyata om bekanze bekanze. Mahabekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Now the four measurables, also on page 34. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. Now, page 37 with the two mantras. First one for Chenrezig, the Buddha of Great Compassion. Not veiled by any fault. White in color, whose head of perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassion at all beings. To you, Chenrezig, O Seeing One, I prostrate. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Now the verse in praise and mantra for green tea also on page 37. Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from the 8 fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, Mother Tara. Om tare tu re soha. 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 Now turn to page 34, and Geshe-la will lead us in the refuge and generating bodhicitta prayer in Tibetan.
If you cannot follow the prayer, that's okay. So just set up the positive intentions, okay. Positive intentions that then it will, how you say, create positive energies. If everybody same time develop positive intentions, so that create positive energies. Then their energy has ripple of positive impact on environment and the beings inside the environment, okay? So not to worry if you cannot follow the prayer, just think something good. Sake of your own happiness and the sake of happiness of many beings is possible. Many beings you can include. Their happiness also important too. It's not just your happiness. Happiness of other sentient beings also important to have better communities, better family, better like country, better world, better universe. So happiness does matter. Happiness is the result of positive thought. It's not the result of disturbing thought. Happiness is the result of positive thought. That there's something that we human are fully equipped with to develop. Okay, think something good. Okay. Sanje chodan soje chonamla chanjo pardon dane chabzonje dage cheshi chebe dola penje sanje no sanje chodan soje chonamla dage cheshi chebe sonamje dola penje sanje chodan soje chonamla chanjo pardon dane Chushe jebe se namje dola penje sanje no moro sho. Lada lame me da me aji ombo da jajin la so chuje chola chawa chaba nam sanje sura rabdo shi. Didar shi je tambe chunye chunye de shi je. Namola yeke da lo da ne jing tibo da me yeke da do wa kunje no nam jina tamje ke do da ke chuten do. Kange tuze nye so ne tawa tamje pambe je tambe chunye tenze ma kwa tamde lo chawze. Oh, yeah. Good morning. Are you awake? Good morning. If you don't have good night sleep, so then just for nap. Good evening. Maybe introduction is better before the class than into the class. Please, would you mind take few minutes to introduce maybe? Or maybe you can take 5 minutes or 10 minutes, doesn't matter. Then,
Geshe, not only do we have folks on Zoom, but YouTube as well saying good morning.
okay, not seeing all of them, not seeing everybody.
On YouTube, though.
Oh, I'm in Zoom, not seeing
Yeah.
everybody on Zoom.
Oh, you don't see everyone? Hang on.
Yeah. 보러 다니네. 아네, 대고. Good morning, children. Good morning, Hannah. Good morning, Fernanda, Marcelo. Good morning, CJ, John. Good morning, Suzanne. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Maria, Alina. Good morning, William. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Hen. Good morning, Cameron. Good morning, Giovanna. Good morning, Pati Pandiji. Good morning, Venerable Tenzin Lamo. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, Emily. So, good morning, Yeshua. Good morning, Jill. Tashidelek Alexandra. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Karma. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Nicole. Oh, where's the Bob? Good morning, Bob from Italy.
And Geshe, several on YouTube. We have Jennifer saying good morning, Jackie.
Good morning.
Christine. Karen,
Okay.
Joe.
Yeah, everybody, good morning.
Everyone, good morning on YouTube.
Oh, good morning, Chitra Matra. Introduction here. Maybe short meditations based on Mani Mantra, Namala, recite three times. That's, I think like playing blaming game, it will never end our problems, so that's what all the problems between people, between community, between family member, between countries, all blaming each other, doing this, doing that. So I think the compassion is the key, is the answer for all the problems that we face. Unfortunately, a lot of people see compassion is like some kind of weakness, but actually it's the strength, or it's the power. It's the power, it's the strength. Best way to stand up for yourself is practice compassion. It's not about right or wrong. It's about kindness. It's about kindness. I think nobody argues about kindness. Everybody enjoys, enjoy meeting kind people, not necessarily religious people. Everybody like to see kind dog, gentle, same like human. So I think the compassion. Chamche me. It's like almost like it's like powerful as like fire. The compassion is love, called champa in Tibetan, called champa. Chamche, great compassion. Not necessarily based on that what you receive. It's based on deeper understanding of situations. Deeper understanding of the situations. Everybody have issues. Unless you are completely liberated from all the complications, then you don't have issues. If you are completely liberated from all the complications, so then you don't have issues. Unless, then everybody has issues. So it's very, very important to understand that. So that is the foundation for Chamche, great compassion. So see, complications associated with the physical body, aging, sicknesses, death, so on and so forth. If you don't have better understanding the downside of physical complications, you may not achieve the freedom from that complications, because in the first place you don't have clear understanding of the downside of the complications. So that complications every human or every being, breathing, living beings goes through, So then, top of that, losing loved one is part of life. Encountering something or somebody you don't like, that's part of life. It's happening for everybody. It's not just you. So, so looking for something, there's no guarantee. You may find, you may not find. So it needs to be aware, needs to be aware. Make sure it doesn't become shocked or surprised. That's part of life. Does not mean you should not try. Of course you can try. At the same time, need to be fully aware. It may not happen. It may not go where you want. Why? Complicated. Complicated. There's so much you can control. Your ego may tell you, oh, you have all the control, but reality, you don't have much control. There's something to remember that as I mentioned, unless you are liberated, you are completely liberated from those complications, you don't have issues. But that's not the case. So then everybody go through that issues, like looking for something. Everybody's looking for something, but there's no guarantee they may get it or may not get it. There's no guarantee. Why? It's not because somebody decided, because it's complicated. This whole thing is complicated. Just accept rather than going against that, you gain nothing. If you try to go against that, you could blame yourself, oh, you didn't do a good job, or blah, 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 then doesn't produce any good result. So we should know better. We should know better. Become wiser. Feeling of loneliness is part of the human life. Everybody, on and off, they feel lonely. So that 8 types of complications, 8 different types of complications, this comes with package. just being human. There's nothing much you can do. Reminding yourself that in daily basis, that helps. That automatically reduce so many unrealistic expectations that we have, will automatically disappear because you do understand the fact. You understand the fact. So that is the foundations for universal compassion. So now you see, everybody is struggling. So that is the source for your compassions. When somebody say, oh, meditate on compassion, that means one of your thought become compassions. That's what it means, meditate on compassions. One of your thought become more compassions. So that is the best or healthiest way to heal the world, heal yourself. So therefore, this this called 6-syllable mantra. That's Om Mani Padme Hum. Almost every single Tibetan knows this mantra. This is called mantra of compassion. So this called prayer wheel, filled with this mantra, millions of that. When you turn, you don't turn with anger. You always turn with some kind of positive mindset. Thinking about the well-being of all living beings. And you turn, imagining the light emit from that wheel, touch every one of them, instantaneously liberated them from all the complications, as I mentioned, 8 types of complications that associated with humans. So that you very much wish and very much want to be part of that liberations, that you want to liberate them yourself, of course, liberate them. So then you have positive mindset, so that is called peace of mind. That is called calm mind. The moment you think something positive, your mind becomes calm and peaceful. So now you see the calm mind, peaceful mind is one of the positive mindset. That's called calm mind, peaceful mind. So you could say, oh, I'm mentally calm and peaceful. Because why? Because the peaceful mind is positive thought is very much active. So that's why you're calm. The moment you get angry, there's no peaceful mind. Or you doesn't appear very beautiful. Even though you are beautiful, when you get angry, you don't appear as beautiful. And people scare. Your appearances makes people uncomfortable, scared. So that's the fact. That is the fact. That's the fact. People like to be around with calm, kind, compassionate people. So that is the key. That's the key for all the problems that we face. Is the key. Compassion is the key. What is required to become one of your thoughts, to become compassionate, you need to observe some kind of situations that, as the moment you see, the moment you witness somebody's going through some, like say, for example, like when you see somebody's falling down, do you get angry? It's not about religion. It's about fact. Generally speaking, when you see somebody falling down, do you get angry? No. What that indicates, human nature is good. Human nature is good. You feel sorry. And there's a kind of thought that rises is like, are you okay? It's not like, why you fall, like, oh, you stupid, why you don't know how to walk. People you don't say. People feel sorry, like, are you okay? So that indicates that human nature just want to help. There's the positive thought rise because that person is going through some difficulties. But our understanding of difficult doesn't go very deep. So that's we think, no, there are other complications. People don't need to fall down in order you to generate compassion. So they can just walk fine. You can still generate compassion. But it's hard for us, it's kind of hard. Because that's why I say we don't understand, our understanding of complication doesn't go very deep. Therefore, our compassion doesn't reach towards others because we think, oh, they're fine. They're not fine. They're not fine. So this is called 6-syllable mantra. This is a mantra. When you recite this mantra, it will help you to develop compassion. Okay, compassion. So now, there's another set of complications that related to the thought, much more complicated. So therefore, today we meditate based on this 6-syllable mantra. 6-syllable mantra. So this is called Om Mani Padme Hum. Because I have oral transmissions from His Holiness Dharma, if you repeat after me 3 times, so then after that we'll do the meditation. Okay. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. So see Om, how it looks like in Tibetan. This is Tibetan, not Sanskrit. This is Tibetan letter. So usually you could see in Sanskrit, which I don't read. I cannot read. So they see the first one. This is the first syllable here. You see? But most of you know this one. But Tibetan letter is stacked. English you don't have. Tibetan 1, 2, 3 stack. That's most of the mantras have stacks of letters. That's why it's hard to make how to get correct pronunciations. So because there's 3 letters, it's not just 1, 2, 3. Sometimes there's underneath 4. Sometimes could be 4 or 5. I'm not sure. not more than that. So there's 3 syllables. This first one is A. That symbolize your body, our body. We usually call this is A, this is U. This U. That symbolize your speech. Then there's dot, small circle. It's called Ma. Symbolize your thought, your mind, or your heart. So when you say, then when 3 of them together, it become Om. When you say Om, then you are thinking about body, speech, and mind. Om. Or you're hoping that like your body, speech, and mind all become like they all become like how is it? Stainless, or pure. Make sure it doesn't contaminate it by, like harsh word, disturbing thought, hitting someone, kicking them. These are all not good. So, like as I mentioned before, like, yeah, of course you have to defend yourself. That's your moral right. You have to defend yourself. But you should know how to defend yourself. So then it's not the mechanism that we use is like disturbing thought. The moment you rely on disturbing thought, you are pretty much finished. You think that you or your ego, I'm not sure, think that you are defending. Actually, you are not really defending. You are destroying your own happiness. That's all. So that I'm saying we should become wiser. Your best way to defend or stand up for yourself is rely on compassion. That's the best. That's the best. Situation will come down. You are not like throwing negative energies. It's not coming out. Negative energy is not coming out of you are present in the room because you are calm and you are breathing, taking your time, thinking, precisely calculating what's the outcome that you're hoping for. If you're hoping for better outcome, so you should not rely on disturbing thought. That's why in the first place it's called disturbing thought. Disturb what? You, the first, because you are the one who's having negative thought. So you are the one, this first person is going to be disturbed. So then after that, somebody else going to get disturbed. So then that more disturbance to thought is being contributed, then there will be, first there will be 1, then there will be 2, there will be 3, there are 4, 5. Then whole environment become like something very like unenjoyable. It doesn't take long. It just split of seconds. It can turn like that. Seconds. So sake of your own happiness, sake of happiness for other beings, the compassion is the best thing to practice. That's the best to defend yourself, the best. Is the easiest? No, it's not easy. It's not easy. It requires some effort. Because your ego tells something else. Your ego tells you use some other kind of mechanism to defend yourself, and there's not much wisdom there, so you blindly follow, or then like then Midwe Chedang, according to Master Shanti Deva, Guide to Buddhist Way of Life, the text that composed by Indian Master Shanti Deva around 8th century, long time ago. He did thorough research on anger. He probably produced the best anger management program. Best anger management program he produced. In that text has 10 chapters. On chapter number 6 has the more pages. Why? It's all about how to deal with anger. So that's why there's more, because the most destructive emotional thought is anger. No, we have this marvelous brain of wisdom. We human can learn. We human can figure things out, learn. This watch has many features. Feature. If you don't know how to use them, means nothing. You can't just sit there pray, oh, maybe may I able to use this all these features. No, you need to learn. That's not going to help. You need to educate. Somebody needs to educate. Someone who knows about this needs to educate. Why? Because there's ignorance, not knowing. That's called ignorance, not knowing how to use. Then it means nothing. If you know how to use, then it's very useful. Same thing. What is happening? So now we don't take time, our time, we react. We react so quick, then it's finished. We don't take time. Probably we don't breathe either. When situations get tense, we don't breathe. So you breathe, you take, midway chetan device. Why thought get disturbed? Because we have desire. Nothing wrong. Everybody has desire. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong in the sense, generally speaking. Of course, if you're thinking about liberation, then it's this problem. The way Ngomba Minjulas, hoping that you will be content, satisfying, chasing desire. Never happened in the past, never happened. Nobody content, chasing desire. It never happened in the past. It's not happening now because we all chase our desire. It's probably not going to happen in the future. What the Rolling Stone? Can you say a few words, please? Linda, you remember?
About what?
Rolling Stone.
I can't get no satisfaction. That one?
How come you cannot get satisfaction?
Because I try, but I can't get no satisfaction.
Does that sound familiar? That's Dharma. That's Dharma teaching. At least having an understanding of that helps. At least having an understanding of that helps. You can try. Make sure you're fully aware. Make sure that you are fully aware. There's no guarantee. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do. Of course, you can go to the beach. You can go all the way to Machu Picchu, Peru, or all the way to go to Nepal, climb Mount Everest. You can go. You have means to do. You can do. Right from the beginning, you need to be very clear in your mind. So many things could go wrong. That needs to be taken into considerations. Otherwise, your vacation will end up miserably. No good. So the way Ngomba Minjulas, this is old. It's not for Buddhism. It's not new. The Rolling Stone is not song. That's not new. It's already there, thousands of years ago. But nobody sang like. Nobody sang like them. What group of people?
The Rolling Stones.
Yeah, nobody sang like that, but they did manage to sing somehow. They have karma to sing, or it's already there. That's exactly Debe Ngomba Minjulas. So now, did you ever be content or satisfied? Yes, there's a way to satisfy, be content. Yeah, it's not like impossible. It is very possible, but not chasing desire. How? Then our question is how? Wisdom. One of the Kadama masters said that the way Ngomba Minjulas needs to be that needs to be very clear in our mind. Chasing desire is not going to satisfy you. We have to understand that. You can chase desire. We have to have that understanding. Then chase desire. Then if you are not content, there you go. You could say, there you go. Debe ngomba minjula, sharap chini ngombe chis. If you chase wisdom, you could be content. You could be content or satisfied. Men not going to look more, just content what you have. Debe ngomba minjula, sharap chini ngombe chis. Debe ngomba minjula. So what Nagarjuna said, Emba tu na deva this. When you scratch the scab, does it feel good? Yeah, you do feel good. That's why you scratch. Especially there's something that you eat here, you cannot reach, let go there. All kind of things. In monastery, what we do, our wall is not like smooth as this. It's like surface of our wall. Control you is kind of rough. Maybe people don't know how to make like this smooth like in America here. So smooth, it's probably more smooth than your skin. Monastery is all rough. When I was there, so probably there's not, you can't take shower every day, so there's a lot of work involved. So you get lazy, you don't want to do all this work. So then you end up not taking shower, but there's water issues. So of course you eat here, there like, so there's no here now. Fortunately, you have all kind of equipment to do. There are no equipment. So what do? You just, how you say, take off your shirt, go to the wall like bear. Like that, so then in the beginning you can't enjoy, then you do over, so then after 5 minutes it hurts because now it's all kind of like scratch. Debe ngomba minjula okaza emba tuna dewa the emba meba tevede, not having scab is better. That means you don't have to scratch. Patience, likewise. Who said Nagarjuna? Jigden, us, human, every breathing living beings called Jigden. They do. Yeah, that's why we have desire to do things, nothing wrong, as I said, nothing wrong. You do achieve small joy, pleasure, whatever you call happiness here and there, little bit here, there. Right in the beginning, if you have no desire, so that means probably you are enlightened. Then you have all the happiness. What do you say? Do you, I say, I don't believe like, do you agree? Desire is source of all the complications. Do you understand? So doesn't mean like, I think that understanding needs to be there. Otherwise, it makes your life more complicated. Of course, need to eat. Of course, that you like to go to watch movie. There's nothing wrong. But need to understand that it's not going to make you 100% happy. So you could do it again based on the amount of pleasure that if you want to repeat it again and again, it's your decisions. But right from the beginning, that need to have very clear understanding. You could content by thinking, very possible, but hoping to content by doing things properly, you probably will be disappointed. You will be disappointed. By thinking, you could be content by thinking. So you could call wisdom or meditations. The moment you are thinking, then probably you are meditating. Or whether this become positive meditation or negative meditation, hard to say. So anyway, back to the mantra, sorry, too much talking. So this called six-syllable mantra, okay, so hoping that your body, speech, mind become stainless, uncontaminated. So that's why Now, before we come back to here, so I think that Shantideva quote leads to somewhere else. So I just finished that. So now I'm coming back to the Shantideva's quotations. Okay, sorry. Midday Chetan Devains. So how we get disturbed because of desire. Midday Chetan Devai. What kind of desire we have? Two types. Something that we want, something we doesn't want. We don't want, something that we want, something that we don't want. The true desire is there, whether you like it or not, is there. So now what happens? There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that you are going to get what you want. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that you are not going to encounter something you don't want. There's also no guarantee. There's no guarantee. So that when the moment some kind of obstacles, what do you call, Peter? Impediment, I don't know. So there's a new word I'm learning, impediment. After 22 years here, I'm just learning again. Impediments or like obstacles. The moment the obstacle takes between your desire and object, say wanting something, obstacles, not wanting something, obstacles. So now that is the fuel for anger. Fuel, or you could say food, or you could say meal or food for anger. So now that's what's happening. If you are breathing, taking your time, sit back, watching the situation with very clear mind, then you see all of that very clearly, how it's playing out. See all of that. If you react right away, finish. You don't see any of that. What you found? You found the food for unpleasant mind. You found the food for unpleasant mind. Who said that? Shantideva, Master Shantideva. When? Around 8th century. We are living in 21st century. Now you understood, or you found the food. If you consume that food is food for unpleasant mind. It's your choice. Whether you consume or not consume is your choice. You don't have to consume, your choice. Now you are very aware. Immediately saying, now you see, oh, I found the food for unpleasant mind. What we do, we immediately swallow, like that. Without thinking, we immediately swallow. Without analyzing, we just drink them. Like that, no, finish. After that, after that, what we do? Get angry. Of course, that's very obvious. You get angry. You rely on anger. You get angry. That means you rely on anger because you consume the unpleasant food, the food for unpleasant thought. You consume that. Now you become unpleasant mentally. What's the result? What happened? You are finished. Shendante de da jom, da yourself. Jom means destroyed, finished. You destroy yourself. Result. Oh, result. Oh. Now what's happening? Now you harbor pain. What is that? Anger. There's pain. Now you adopt pain because now you are angry. Sungu, pain. You are not going to experience peaceful mind. Shendan sungu sem chanas. If you harbor that pain, adopt that pain, you are in pain. There will be no pleasure. There will be no joy. There will be no pleasure. because you are in deep pain. You are not going to experience peaceful mind. Why? Because you are harboring that pain. You are in pain. Yeah, so when you are in pain, so you probably more likely you are not going to do good things because you are in pain. Not able to experience the peaceful mind. Is not able to sleep. It's all based on the fact. Damages. You lose ability to distinguish between what is good for you, what is not good for you. You completely lose that abilities because of that pain. There will be no physical pleasure, there will be no mental pleasure. It's all gone now, all gone. What is that? That's the result of that pain, not being mindful, reacting right away, not being mindful, not taking time, not assessing the situations with full awareness. That's what happened. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. So that's what is called meditations. If you are thinking about that again and again on a daily basis, if you're thinking or guiding yourself based on these quotations from Master Shantideva, repeat then sit. If you guide it yourself with the guided meditation, helps. So then you are more aware, more aware. So then get better and better, better, better. So then now you are in the situations, there's potentials that whole environment turn into something toxic. But you choose to remain calm and peaceful, mindful. You get much benefit. So then you learn how to assess the situations very elaborately, very clearly. So then based on that, then you choose what kind of action that you should provide or to engage. And for you, the outcome is very crystal clear. So that's the biggest obstacle. Anger is the biggest obstacle you to generate compassion. So here, the six silver mantra. So it took a long time to come back to the mantra. Don't need to believe right away. Just experiment. We are not hermit, so we live in people. We live in communities. If you live in the middle of the mountain, nowhere, much easier. But if you live in a community, just analyze, see, is that true? What Master Shantideva said, or what Nagarjuna said is true. You will find out. If you analyze, you will find out. And then you will find out the power of compassion. You will find out what the power of compassion does for you and for others. All these problems like heartbreaking news you read every day. If you are reading news, all kind of problems. It's kind of heartbreaking. That's practical. There's nothing much you can do. You just pray. Why all these problems? People don't embrace practice of compassion. They don't believe in compassion. They don't believe in loving kindness. Their mechanism is disturbing thought, then produce casualties, tragedies. Driven by blaming game, blaming this, blaming that. It's not taking full responsibility for your own action and accepting that, admitting that. So that's why all over the world there's all kinds of problems. So the compassion is the key. Compassion. So we can begin with yourself. Then slowly stretch to your friend. Remember, slowly. And while you're doing that, then just hope that hope better for like whole world, just hope and pray. So I think it will have some benefit, indirectly some benefit or some benefit. And the direct benefit that you are more calmer and you become like someone who embrace the practice of loving kindness and compassion. So more likely you are not going to explode. Somebody says something, somebody do something, you take your time, you breathe, and you assess situation very clearly. So then eventually you choose compassion to defend yourself rather than anger. So then, so the environment doesn't become too toxic. So there's the benefit. So you can do that with one person, two person, three persons. So then slowly, so you can stretch, hopefully stretch throughout the world. Okay. Yeah. Then we recite the mantra. So maybe first three times. Any complications caused by being arrogant or pride. So then just visualize reciting three mantras. Just imagine that the five-color light emit from Cherisik, which is like Buddha compassion. So no matter what kind of object that you use, I'm not suggesting you just use to, because this is a mantra associated with Buddha compassion. In Sanskrit, it's called Avalokiteshvara. In Tibetan, it's called Cherisik. So if you are familiar with that image, so you can visualize. If not, then whomever you believe, you can just visualize that, and the five different colors emit, then dissolve into your body, and completely purify. Purify means completely clean all the complications that generated by being arrogant and pride. Okay, and looking down on somebody else. Okay, first three mantras.
Om Mani
Padme
Om
Hum.
Mani
Padme
Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Oh, yeah. So you can also visualize, people's, your relative friends who are having, having issue with the issue with pride and arrogance. You can imagine that around you, and just visualize the light dissolve into their body, or they become free from pride and arrogance. Okay. Now, second, I think jealousy. Yeah, jealousy. Yeah, second. So three mantra after we chant. So then visualize all the problems, the causes by jealousy. So then your life become free from like you imagine your life become free from jealousy. Okay.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om
Mani
Mani
Padme
Padme
Hum.
Om
Mani
Mani
Padme
Padme
Hum.
The downside of pride, is like bowl. You pour water, it won't stick there. So that's like pride. The bowl symbolizes pride. You pour something, it won't stick there. So that means you are not going to learn anything, even though somebody has something to offer because of your arrogance or your pride. Get between them, you don't learn anything. Jealousy, of course, the antidote of jealousy, but we don't like how to say, we didn't learn how to rejoice, rejoice. When you go to Costco, when you see long line, we just wonder like why they are there. But you are there doesn't count. There's no problem. You being there with the fill your shopping cart, that's okay. But people before you on this line, they shouldn't be there. They should stay home. Like that kind of mindset, you don't get any benefit. Instead, if you say, wow, all these people have money to buy all these things, wonderful, great, but we don't do. We don't do. But there's always possibilities or opportunities. So weekend you drive outside, so then you see all the cars there, like, why all these people are here? It's like Sunday, there's no work. But you are there, it doesn't count. That's absolutely fine. But people shouldn't be there, they should stay home to to make me too easy to drive, no traffic. Oh, so like that, we don't know how to rejoice. Rejoice. There's a direct antidote for jealousy. Okay. Your neighbor buy new car, so you don't rejoice. You get like, oh, how they get money? It doesn't look like they're going to work every day. They always at home. How they get money? Or multiple questions. So you can simply just rejoice or like that. So then, so now the third one is like doubt. Because it's each syllables, like indicate. The third one is doubt. Oh, we have so much doubt. We don't have faith in ourselves. We don't believe that you could be liberated. You don't believe that you could become better, and you don't believe that your life is precious. You don't believe that your life is meaningful. You don't believe that your life is so difficult to find. We have no faith. We have no faith. Instead, we have so much doubt. We have so much doubt. So much doubt. This is not good. We have doubt, very spiritual path that you are walking on. You have doubt towards that spiritual path. You have doubt toward yourself. You don't have doubt, so many doubt of others. So many negative doubts. Negative doubt, not every doubt. So then think all the problem that causes by not having a faith. So then that after the mantra recitation, you become free from that. Okay.
Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum. Om mani padme hum.
Yeah, somebody say, oh, you don't look good. Oh, that thought repeat again and again, again and again, then you believe. Somebody say, oh, your life is precious. No, nothing. Just come here and there. Doesn't. Yeah, so as a Buddhist, every day, moment you wake up, you focus on preciousness of your life. So precious, so meaningful, so difficult to find. So I make sure it doesn't slip through my hand by doing nothing. So I'll try all my best to get the most out of this precious human life. By how? Transforming my speech into noble, my thought into noble, my physical action into noble speech, noble thought, noble the physical actions. So that's the way to get the most out of this precious human life. So when you do that, and you feel blessed, you feel that your life has purpose, you feel like your life has meaning. So when you finish whatever practice you do, you feel great, you feel good. So when you feel good, probably you'll do good things. Oh, we all have equal opportunities. Okay. So now the number 4 or 5. Number 4. Ignorance. Simply means not knowing. Nothing wrong to admit. Nothing wrong to say I don't know. Just being honest, that's all. There's nothing wrong. Admit that I don't know. It's much better than pretending that you know, and see somebody seriously asks, then you embrace yourself, embarrass yourself that you really don't know, but you just say I know, but you don't know. Better to admit I don't know, so somebody will teach you. So the ignorance is not negative. It's not like positive or negative. It's the obstacles. It's obstacles. So that no, fundamentally, this ignorance. There's many different layers of ignorance. Fundamentally, the root cause of all these complications. Why? Why? Trying to understand why thing doesn't go the way I want. Why? Complicated. To understanding of that, understanding. Understanding. Or in Buddhism, they talk about samsara. What is that? Read and learn. What is that? So then you have knowledge. You have knowledge. So, tuba, knowledge is like light that displays the darkness. Tuba, timu means remains. Timu, ignorance is considered as darkness. So knowledge is considered as a light. When you have light, then there will be no darkness. If there's no light, there will be darkness. Or darkness can be there like thousands of years. One moment of light will display all of that. One moment. So the fundamental, what I said, probably most of you know, like very beginning, so you become attached to yourself. Become attached to yourself. That's pretty much nature. Then from there, so then my idea, my opinion, my religion, then list goes on and on and on. That's why, as I said, it's complicated. It's complicated. Right from the beginning, it's not simple, it's complicated. So, so now, the first moment of ignorance, the fundamental ignorance is like not knowing what you are clinging on, according to Buddhist philosophy, the very self that you become attached. So now ask yourself, do you have any clue how to define the self? Do you ever thought about? Did you ever thought about how to define self? Or you just believe that your body is you? So then you meditate, you go through that. Am I my body? Am I my name? Am I my hair? You go through each one of them. What do you find? You can't really find. That's what you believe, that you believe that's you. So maybe it's not a bad idea to take your time and try to really think the very self that you are clinging so tightly, maybe it's time to analyze what is self. Ask question, what is self? How you define self? Maybe it's not the way you think, maybe it's something else, maybe not the self that you projected. It's not, maybe it's not there. Maybe it's not there. It's just, you just projected. Maybe 1% there, probably 99% you projected. So that projection caused so many complications. Okay? So that's fundamental ignorance. Oh, yeah. Oh, now time is running out. Yeah, maybe probably not going to finish the 6 syllable, maybe half syllable. Sorry, yeah.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
So now the number 5 is attachment. Attachment. So yeah, there's certain level when you reach certain level of spiritual practice, but there's a way to utilize, attachment, anger into something good. But that level is hard to reach. So see, like there's like certain bugs, bugs,
Bug.
not money. Yeah, insect. Oh yeah, bugs. So there are certain bugs. They grow in the tree. They grow in the tree. They certain bugs. They grow in the tree or no? Huh? Or hatch or like grow. I'm not sure. Not grow like fruit, but like they probably like how is the huh?
They live in the tree, or they are born and
Tibetan word sounds like born.
uh-huh.
Born in the tree. Shingnichibi simple means that insect is born out of tree. I have to say I'm not sure what I'm talking about. So anyway, so that very tree becomes the cause, the big chunk of cause the bugs to be alive or survive. So that very bug or insect which probably produced by trees, like doesn't mean like give birth, but produced by tree, that bugs will eat that tree. Shingleji is simple. So see, like how to say, action might causes by anger or attachment, but that action will destroy. That action itself will destroy anger and attachment. Am I making any sense? That action is produced or generated by attachment or anger. So that very action will not increase attachment, it will destroy attachment. Making sense? Huh? So when you reach to that level, you could utilize anger and attachment, use that, not necessarily abandon, use that, and for greater purpose, not to become more attached or more angry. So that very action will probably minimize your anger and attachment. Such likewise, the insect, that very tree that produce insect, or maybe how you say contributed for insects' life. So the insect will destroy the very cause they kind of contributed for life. So, but when you're not at that level, so then it's kind of hard. Then it's become that actions they produce by attachment doesn't destroy attachment, it will probably increase attachment. You understand? Can you say in your English language? Probably better. Maybe I don't know how to say. Everybody
Who wants
understand?
to try? Neely?
Yeah. Anybody understand what I'm saying? Huh? I only see a few head goes like that, and most head is like kind of straight, so I'm not sure.
I'll try, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're saying that the actions that created the anger,
Huh.
you use that anger to motivate you to do something positive so it doesn't perpetuate or keep the anger going? Is that
Yeah,
what you're saying?
increase anger. It will destroy anger.
Right. So
It
you
will
use the
destroy it.
anger initially to motivate you to take an action
But that very action
will
will,
destroy the anger.
generally speaking, that's not the case. It will increase the anger.
Right, yeah. The anger will
Yeah.
motivate us to take unwise actions.
Yeah. So then, unless if you are not in that level, probably it's harder to utilize your attachment to how you say, for the greater purpose. So anyway, so I'm not going to go that into detail in that. And first of all, I'm not sure what I'm talking about. Maybe we'll stop here now. So probably stop where I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, so probably time is way over. Maybe continue next Sunday. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, please turn to page 246 in the Gold Prayer Book, and we'll read the dedication verses from Master Shantideva. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled, with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth. Those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness, and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, or as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now on page 244, the long life prayer for His Holiness. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. On page 245, long life prayer for Sarah J. Khyentse Rinpoche Jisala Sandalak. The one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Avatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on bliss and void, Lama ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. And on page 244, long life prayer for Lama Tsongpa Rinpoche. You uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels. Say over myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And then, of course, green tar mantras for Geshe-la and Geshe Sampo. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re Soha.
Thank you very much. All the people on Zoom, YouTube, have a wonderful Sunday.
As we prepare to leave, I just wanted to remind everyone that the fair is coming. So if you travel down Hillsborough Street from October 13th through the 23rd, and you're trying to get to Kadampa Center, just be aware it might take longer and maybe take a different route.
Saffron for you. Oh, I think saffron for all three.
Thank you.
Gracias, Ale.
Thank you. Bye.
Gracias, Ale. Besita. Chao.